Good morning, children. Welcome to class 6 IIT Chemistry. Children, I think you all are safe by staying at home and you are protecting from COVID-19. Children, my advice is if you are going out, please wear the mask and go out. Don't go out for unnecessary reasons. Children, today we are going to deal with the chemistry of IIT. Children, here today's the topic is 11th chapter in your textbook. So your textbook is divided into three parts. One is biology, physics, and chemistry. So in chemistry, the fourth lesson, that is water, a wonderful liquid. So this is the topic that I'm going to deal for today's class. Children, you already know what is water. The water is a liquid and which is used for drinking and for domestic purposes and also for the industrial purpose. So children, the definition of water is water is a colorless, transparent, odorless liquid which forms the seas, lakes, rivers and rain and is basis of fluids of living organisms. Colorless, water doesn't have any color. Transparent means we can see. Definition of transparent is any object which allows the light to pass through them, or we can see the objects outside. Example is mirror. In the same way, water is also a transparent. Odorless means smell. It doesn't have any smell. And this is found in mainly in seas, lakes, rivers. And this water is going to come as basis of rain. And it is also a food and fluid. Fluid means water or food for the living organisms. In Earth, nearly 71% of the earth is covered with water. Okay, water is present in oceans, seas, lakes, rivers, ice caps, and as groundwater, and also in the atmosphere. So we already know oceans, seas, lakes, rivers, and ice caps. Ice caps are present at polar regions, the space where near the poles, that is Arctic Circle and Antarctic Circle. Groundwater means the water that is present inside the Earth's surface is called groundwater, and the next is atmosphere. In atmosphere, some water is present in the form of water vapor. So in this, it covers nearly 71%. If I am taking total 100% as Earth's surface, in that 71% of Earth is covered with water. That's why we are going to see it is in blue color. Okay, children. And in that 71%, nearly 96.5% is saline. Saline means salty. If I am taking the 71% of water as 100%, in that 96.5% is saline. Saline means salt. The water is salty. So this water is present in the form of oceans, seas, and lakes. And only 3% of total, almost approximately 3% of total water is used for consumption. Consumption means that is for drinking, bathing, etc., or for domestic use. So this water is mainly found in underground of the earth. So that's why only 3% of water is for consumption. So that's why we have to use this water in a proper manner. Otherwise, so it is going to be a problem for future. So here water in oceans and seas are in salty and it is unfit for drinking and also for industrial purpose and agriculture. That's why we won't use the water that is present in oceans and seas for drinking sake or for the industrial purpose. Industrial purpose means in industries we are going to use this water, and agriculture means farming sake also this salt water is unfit. So we won't use this sea water. And nearly 2/3 of Earth's surface is covered with oceans and seas only. 2/3, that means out of 3 parts, 2 parts are covered with oceans and seas. So here water occupies a large area of the Earth's surface and also found in underground. Underground means, again I'm saying, underground means inside the Earth's surface. And some amount of water exists in the form of water vapor in atmosphere. So where we are going to use this water, that means fresh water or pure water. It is used in drinking. You already know drinking, brushing, okay, washing utensils. Utensils means plates, etc. Clothes, vehicles, and cleaning of plates, floors, producing electricity, agriculture, gardening, and in industries. So this water is going to be used, that is pure water or fresh water is used. And so here the water exists in different states. The first state is solid. Solid, the solid state of water we are going to say as ice. Ice is solid state of water. Liquid state of water is the water that we are going to drink or normally we are going to see or we will see in our daily life. And gaseous state of water is water vapor. See children, if you boil the water after some time, okay, we will see some vapors are coming out. On that vapors, if you place one lid, within 2 or 3 minutes, we will see some water droplets are going to be formed. So that water droplets are called as vapors. Sorry, are called vapors. Okay, not only this, if you take one cool water glass and keep it outside surface of the glass, you will see some water bubbles. Why? From where these water bubbles came? These water bubbles comes from the Earth's atmosphere. That means in atmosphere also, the water is present in the form of vapor. So by this we can say that in atmosphere, water is present. And forms of water. Water is being continuously used and water conservation is major concern in the present scenario. So if you are using the water continuously, then after some time you won't get water. And we have to conserve and we have to preserve the water. Otherwise, so we will get water problem and scarcity of water. Water cycle has helped in maintaining the water on the surface of Earth's surface for millions of years. Water cycle. In children, we already studied about the water cycle in previous class, and also in upcoming class, we'll study about the water cycle. What is water cycle? And the water circulated in the water cycle takes the 3 different forms. One is solids, liquids, and gases. Solids, snow; liquids, rain; and gases as water vapor. So here water is also available in liquid form at normal atmospheric conditions. And however, the existence of water is in 3 physical states. One is solids as ice, liquids as water, and gas as vapors. So now, form of water, the solid form of water, ice, is found in the poles of the earth. That means this solid water is present in poles of the earth, that is at Antarctica and Arctica. And snow is covered mountains and glaciers. So we can see this snow in Himalayas also. And liquid form of water is present in rivers, lakes, seas, and oceans. Gaseous form, I already said, it is in the form of water vapor. So here, when solid changes to liquid, then when it is going to change, when the temperature of ice is increases, automatically it changes to liquid. That is called melting. And if a liquid continuously, if you are heating it, automatically after some time we are going to see some vapors. That process is called evaporation. And if you are cooling the gases, okay, the liquid changes to gas, and these water vapors, if you are cooling them, then that process is called as condensation. The process of cooling the water vapor is called condensation. Again, if the liquid is cooled, that means if you are placing the liquid in the deep freeze of your refrigerator, then automatically after some time you will see the ice cubes. That process is called as freezing. The change of liquid to its solid state, that means water to ice, is called freezing. The freezing point of ice is the freezing point of water is 0 and the melting point of ice is 0. And here see, ice, when it is heated, then automatically it changes to water. That is called melting. The melting point of ice is 0. And if the water is heated continuously, then that process is called as evaporation or boiling. Again, it is going to have differences. So here, this water, if we are heating it continuously, it changes to water vapor. Then again, that is called evaporation or boiling. The boiling point of water is 100 degrees Celsius. At 100 degrees Celsius, the water vapor, that means water changes to vapors. And if you are catching those vapors and if you are cooling them, again at 100 degrees only, then vapors are changes to water. That point or that temperature is called condensation point. And if water again it is cooled, then it changes to ice. That is called freezing, and the freezing point of water is 0 degrees Celsius. So here water exists in three states. So in that three states, that three states are solids, liquids, and gases. So in that solids, we are going to study about the characteristics of solids. Solid form of water is called ice, and the freezing point of ice is 0 degrees Celsius. When temperature falls below the water, it changes to ice or frozen water. We will say, see, in winter seasons, we will see some snow. That means when the temperature reaches to 0 degrees Celsius, that water is changes to ice or snow. In winter season, the water vapor in the atmosphere condenses and to form as snow also. During winter, balls of ice falls along the rainwater. That is called hails. Okay. In winter season, with rain, some balls of ice is going to fall. That is called hail. And the next is characteristics of liquids, or that is called water. So commonly available in nature. And dew is also a liquid form of water. Dew means, see, in winter seasons, after some time, in the night times, you'll see some water is present on the plants. That is called dew. And the next is water vapor condenses to form water. And next characteristics is gases. When water takes heat from the surroundings, it changes gases form water called water vapor. That means, see children, when you are standing outside, after some time, your body is getting sweat. Okay, again the sweat is evaporating and it is going to change us to gases form. That gases form is called water vapor. Water goes into gaseous state at 100 degrees Celsius, which is the boiling point of pure water. So here I am taking pure water. Pure water means no more impurities are present. That water is called pure water. If impurities are present, the boiling point may vary. Gaseous form of water at or above 100 degrees Celsius is called steam. Children, you already know about the steam. That means even the water vapors, if you are heating more than 100 degrees Celsius, will get a steam. So steam food or steam cooked rice, we'll say steam rice. That rice, whatever we are cooking rice, that is almost more than 100 degrees Celsius only. Next is availability of different forms of water. So water is available in different areas of the earth. So in the form of surface water and underground water and occurrence. Surface water, the water that is present above the, so here surface water, the water that is present above the earth's surface is called surface water. Example, ponds, you can take lakes or rivers. Okay, next is occurrence. Occurrence, water is present above the earth's surface. And next is underground water, the water that is present inside the earth's surface. That water is called underground water. So surface water, example, rivers, oceans. So we'll study about the surface water. So in this surface water, rivers, fresh water is present. And the next is saline water. Again, this surface water is divided in two types. One is fresh water and one is saline water. Fresh water means that is used for drinking sake. Whereas saline water that is salted is unfit for drinking or for the consumption purpose. So here fresh water is available in lakes, rivers, ponds. And the main source of the fresh water is rains or glaciers. So here in this fresh water, dissolved mineral salts, gases and suspended impurities are present. I said fresh water, not pure water. Difference is there between fresh water and pure water. So pure water means again some suspended impurities and all the impurities we are going to remove. Then that is called pure water, that is going to be used for consumption purpose. Most of impure form of water is present. In the form of water is fresh water. And the next is saline water. Saline water is present in oceans and seas. So in the oceans and seas, large source is saline water. That means it is in salt form. So that is unfit for drinking purpose. And this saline water, in this saline water, common salt is present. So that's why, see, when you are drinking saline water and evaporate the water, we are going to see a black color or a brown color solid surface is present. That solid surface is salt. If you are removing all the impurities, then that salt we are going to eat in our food, and it is not useful for consumption and any other purposes. So this saline water is not useful for consumption. That means for either for drinking or for bathing, for agriculture purpose or for the industrial purpose. So next is occurrence of water. Water occurred in the above the earth surface, that is as rain. So rain, these are the characteristics of rain. It is pure natural form. Rain is a pure natural form. Next is, in this rainwater, medicinal value is present and it is fit for drinking. And also this rainwater seeps into the soil and it is underground water. And next is evaporation. Evaporation has also takes place, and in this rainwater, dissolved gases are present. And the next is underground water. For the underground water, the main source of water is rainwater, and it is present in well and springs. Well, we already know, just like bore wells, or we are going to dig a pit and to a certain extent, and at that time we'll see some water. That is called as a well. Spring means naturally the water occurring from the earth's surface. It is present near the rivers. Springs are the purest form of water, and it contains so many medicinal values. So here in wells, how we are going to get the water is by digging, and in the well, the water is present in the salts are present. So salts are present, and also germs are present, and it is fit for drinking. That means if you are cleaning or if you are removing the germs, unnecessary germs and unnecessary salts, then this well water is fit for drinking. Next is springs. It comes out of its own. That means it comes out from the earth surface of its own. So we won't dig any wells. Then that water contains so many medicinal values. And the next is, so your source of fresh water is rivers, springs. See, these are the springs that are present here. So this water contains so many medicinal values, and it is fit for drinking. And the next is ponds. Third one, wells. We already know the wells. Next, hand pump. That means bore wells. Will say in olden days we have used hand pumps and wells. Nowadays we are using bore wells to take the water from the underground. Next is water in taps comes from the rivers, usually from reservoirs or dams, etc. Example, children, we are getting the water, that is drinking water, from our LMD, that is Lower Manor Dam, through pipes. Okay, in this way the water is going to be preserved, and through pipes this water is purified and circulated to homes. Children, in next class we will discuss about the water cycle, and in this class, so once let's revise once. So here in this we have discussed about the water. Nearly 71% of Earth's surface is covered with water, and next is, in that 71%, nearly 96.5% of water contains saline, or that is totally salty, in the presence of oceans and seas. And next, only 3% of water or pure water or fresh water is present. In that pure water or fresh water, 3% is used for consumption and for domestic purpose. And water exists in three different states. One is solids, liquids, and gases. Solid form of water is ice, liquid form is water, and gaseous form is water vapor. And water is available in surface water and underground water. Surface water contains fresh water and saline water. In this fresh water is going to be obtained from rivers and lakes, whereas saline water is present in oceans and seas. And next is underground water. Underground water is present in wells and springs. Wells, that means bore wells we can take, or any other. Springs means these are naturally occurring on the earth's surface, and these springs contains high medicinal value. Next class, children, we will discuss about the water cycle and other characteristics. Thank you. Have a nice day.